this was an extraordinary sighting. Normally, we have a part of what we saw last night. We have a bear, and that's great. We have a bear with a kill. Let me tell you, that gets people excited. Sometimes there's the remains of the kill. There's the seal lying there on the ice. And we sometimes have an ivory gull, maybe. And people get very excited about the white ivory gulls. Some people come to Svalbard with that at the top of the list. It's a very, very special bird sighting. I see a couple of you smiling. Sometimes we see two bears together, but to see 3 of them, initially 4, and a kill, and, oh, wait a minute, 7 ivory gulls, is actually almost off the chart. So in a place that we had hopes and we were placing ourselves to see bears, to see what we saw is really quite rare, let me tell you. An amazing sighting. There's so much in there to see. One of the questions that comes out of it, first of all, is, well, what were they? And the assumption is that a group of bears, which isn't really a very common thing because bears are singular animals. The assumption is that it's a family. And in that case, then, it's a mother with young, because the male has nothing to do with that part of the life cycle of the young. It's not with the female. There's no pairing. There's no lifetime coupling. Nothing at all. The males breed and they go. So a pack, a group of bears is a mother with young. That's not what we saw last night. But it's logical to think it as you approach because they don't cooperate really with feeding very much. And even normally, they don't really tolerate. But so we saw a group, and as we go up, of course, the first thing is this would be a mother with maturer young because they were big like her, right? They're similar. But they weren't. They were all males that we saw last night. All male bears, and in that case, almost certainly unrelated and separated also by age because they were different ages. The bigger of them, which I think for most of you it was clear which the bigger one was. Darker, dirtier, been on the ground a lot. Not so much swimming, not so much getting cleaned off. This one had a massive neck and a very muscular face. We'll talk more about this. And the bulk of the body and something underneath that always, if you know where to look, it tells you either this is a male bear or it's a female bear with a big problem, right? If you know where to look, then this tells you. So that was a male bear. And that was also a male bear who was probably at about the highest point of its maturity in the sense it had reached full maturity. Sexual maturity, but also physical maturity in terms of size and power. And then there was the bigger of the other two, the least white of them. There was a smaller one that was more white. And that was a male bear too, younger. And I don't know how old, but I will place it between its full size in terms of the growth of its skeleton at about 6, but not yet contending and fighting to breed because they don't carry facial scars. It was not yet big enough. That's going to happen. At 11, they stop growing the males, long after the females, but they may start to fight one another to breed, in order to breed, perhaps from 9 or 10. So that bear's probably between 6 or 7. It's probably right there, 6 or 7. It's still quite young.